over comfort. The next morning brought a revelation, and she could make her coffee exactly as she liked it. No one rushed her, criticized her choices, or demanded her attention. The freedom was intoxicating. Week by week, Sofia began creating a space that reflected her true self, not what men wanted to see. She hung paintings she loved, not ones that matched someone else's taste. Sofia realized she had been a chameleon her entire life, changing colors for every man. She created rituals that nourished her soul, not schedules that served others. Ironically, Sofia cooked better meals for herself than she ever had for any boyfriend. She learned that self-care wasn't selfish for instance, it was essential. The simple pleasure of reading until 2 a.m. without anyone complaining felt revolutionary. Her body found its natural rhythm when she stopped living on someone else's schedule. Month 2 brought courage to try things she'd always wanted but never had time for. Working with clay, Sofia felt connected to something primal and powerful within herself. For the first time, her friendships weren't based on relationship drama, but genuine shared interests. Her laughter sounded different now. Lighter, more authentic, unforced. Then came the test. Antonio, sensing her growing strength, wanted her back. The old Sofia would have run back immediately, grateful for another chance to disappear. But this Sofia paused, breathed, and asked herself what she truly wanted. Blocking his number felt like blocking out a toxic part of her past. She chose peace over passion, growth over familiar pain. Month 3 brought practical victories. Sofia fixed her first leaky faucet. Each small victory proved she was more capable than anyone had ever told her. Grocery shopping became an act of self-love, choosing foods that made her body feel good. She discovered she loved spiced Korean food, something no boyfriend had ever let her choose. Even her nail polish became a declaration of independence, bright purple instead of subtle pink. At midnight, if she wanted to rearrange furniture, she did. No one to disturb or ask permission from. Dancing alone became her favorite form of prayer, pure, uninhibited joy. Mija, your cousin Rosa is getting married. When will you find someone? But the outside world still questioned her choices, especially family. Not looking, Mama, I'm happy as I am. Sofia's response shocked even herself. She meant it that she was genuinely happy. Her mother's silence spoke volumes. A happy single woman was beyond her comprehension. At Rosa's wedding, Sofia stood tall among the whispers and pitying looks. You're so pretty, Mija. It's such a shame you're wasting away alone. Yeah. The relatives saw her singleness as waste. I'm not wasting away, Tia. I'm growing stronger every day. Sofia's response was kind but firm. She wouldn't let others define her happiness. Watching Rosa try to please everyone, Sofia felt grateful for her freedom to please herself. Marriage, she realized, was no guarantee of happiness. But self-love was. She left early to do what truly brought her joy, not what was expected. 6 months in, Sofia achieved something she'd dreamed of, completing a 5K race. Crossing that finish line, Sofia felt like she was crossing into a new version of herself. She celebrated with herself, for her sin, the most authentic celebration she'd ever experienced. Her transformation was so evident that younger women began seeking her advice. How do you seem so sure of yourself? I feel lost without my boyfriend. They saw in Sofia what they wanted for themselves. I learned that the relationship with yourself sets the standard for all others. Sophia shared the wisdom she'd earned. When you know your worth, you won't accept less than you deserve. These weren't empty words, they were truths carved from experience and pain. Sofia was planting seeds of possibility in other women's hearts. 8 months brought professional success. Sophia's focus had sharpened without relationship distractions. Your focus and productivity have improved dramatically this year. Yeah. Her boss noticed what Sofia had discovered. Without drama consuming her mental space, Sofia's career flourished. Her celebration was surrounded by people who loved her for who she was, not who she pretended to be. You're glowing, Sofia. Living alone really suits you. Friends noticed the glow that comes from living authentically. I'm not living alone, however, I'm living with someone I finally like. Myself. Then David appeared, not when Sofia was looking, but when she was complete. His interest didn't make her heart race with desperation, but flutter with possibility. Sofia took time to consider, a luxury she'd never allowed herself before. I'd like that, but I should mention that I love my life as it is. Her honesty was refreshing. She wasn't looking for someone to complete her. That's what makes you interesting. Independent women are attractive. David's response revealed he was attracted to her strength, not her weakness. For the first time, Sofia met a man who didn't want to diminish her light. Their first date was different, Suri. Sofia remained herself, not who she thought he wanted. I prefer taking things slowly. When David invited her over, Sofia chose her own timeline over his desires. His respect for her boundaries proved he was different from the others. Returning to her own space felt like coming home to herself. She processed her feelings through writing, staying grounded in reality, not fantasy. 1 year later, Sofia barely recognized the woman in the mirror. Her eyes held a strength that no man had given her, because she had given it to herself.